everyone, and welcome back to the Real Positive Girl podcast. My name is Sabrina. Happy Friday to you all. I hope that you're having a fantastic day, whether your day is just beginning, in the middle, or towards the end. I hope that it's a good one. I hope that you're on your way to having a fantastic weekend and you are able to have fun, get some relaxation, get some things done. I am feeling very pumped to get things done around my home this weekend. I am just feeling so pumped to clean up and organize, and we're in the preparations of just kind of really downsizing so many things in our home because we have so much crap, and even when we do get rid of everything that we can get rid of, we'll still have a lot of things. However, it's just important because we're also trying to figure out our life and move and stuff. And so anyway, I'm really looking forward to the weekend, hopefully getting a lot of things done, feeling accomplished by the end. And so I hope that you have similar feelings or similar experiences, and that it's a good weekend for you. And I hope that today you're having a really fantastic day. So I hope that you're getting a really good jump on your weekend. And if you are having a hard time, if you're dealing with a lot of stress, if you're encountering different problems, issues, anxiety, I will invite you to try the 5-minute reset, where you take at least 5 minutes to be by yourself, and you start by just letting go of any burden, stress, anxiety that is toppled on top of you, and just really take a breather, kind of reset your day, reboot, come back to baseline at that moment, and just really shake it off and take a breather and restart right then and there. Also take some time to problem solve any issues that are immediately troubling you, so that you can make the rest of your day or the next day or whenever you go back to encounter that problem, make it better so that you can move past it and just kind of like leave it behind and not have it hanging over your head, because you know how problems can just kind of just hang there if you don't actually take the time to problem solve and deal with them. Also, go ahead and make a list of at least 4 items that you are grateful for, and those can be really big things like grateful for waking up every day, or really small things like grateful for making a super yummy breakfast today, or medium things where you're super grateful for fun plans that you have this weekend with friends to go out to dinner or go bowling or do whatever it is that you are allowed to do in your quarantine state. But yeah, make a list of at least 4 items, and then last but not least, make sure that before you leave your 5-minute reset, that you are feeling at least neutral, if not positive, about the rest of your day, because the last thing you want to do is pass along your negative attitude to anyone else. And hopefully by making your gratitude list, it'll help you change your perspective of the day and kind of have a mindset shift, because you're just realizing that despite the problems that you're going through, and believe me, I am not here to diminish anyone's feelings, but despite the problems that you're going through, there are still amazing, wonderful things happening in your life that you can be grateful for and focus on until the hard things pass. But I do hope that this Friday you are having a fantastic day. Just a reminder that this week we are talking about getting help, asking for help, and today, Friday, we are going to end the week by talking about the benefits of getting help, and it's going to be a classic list episode. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. Now that we have talked about why asking for help is necessary, important for a couple of reasons, and how to ask for help, let's talk about straight up benefits of doing so. And I realize that through the week I've already mentioned some benefits, but I am going to really give you a good list to convince you it's an amazing thing to do and actually benefits you. And so, you know how I love to do fun lists on Fridays? I'm feeling like that's the theme. I can't promise that I'll be able to do it with every single topic, but I feel like I'm going to try because I think it's fun and it's great to end the week on not super serious note, but a nice list for you to contemplate going into the weekend if you choose to do so. That'll just help you kind of get some easy, quick knowledge points for whatever we were talking about. So in this case, asking for help. So let's go ahead and just jump right in, guys. The first one is you'll get more things done. And obviously, you'll get more things done because you're asking someone to assist you, to help you. So you will become more efficient and more productive naturally by having someone help you, as opposed to wasting your time trying to figure out how to do it on your own. And sometimes that works. Sometimes you're able to just get online and Google it or look up a YouTube video or whatever it may be and figure out how to do it. But just think about how much easier it would be to ask someone, especially if you know someone off the top of your head or several people that could assist you with the issue that you are currently encountering, and then be on your merry way. So I feel like that is such a big benefit. The next one is you'll have less stress, and obviously you'll have less stress because you'll be able to accomplish and get through the thing that's kind of like stopped you, that you're struggling with, or maybe you're just having issues with, or just causing a problem for you because you don't know how to do it. And you'll have less stress because you're not wasting time. You are being productive and efficient, and you don't have this thing hanging over your head that you don't know how to do and you're not sure how to go about it. And so you'll have less stress because someone will come and help you, assist you, and kind of lead you in the right way. So that's awesome. The next one is the opportunity to learn new things. And I did mention this previously this week because, when someone comes along to help you, and if you take the opportunity to really see what they're doing, how they're doing it, it doesn't mean that you'll magically know how to do it next time. Just because seeing something one time doesn't always mean that you'll know how to do it every single time, but it is the opportunity to learn more about the thing that you're caught on, that you need help with, that you needed assistance with, and it's the opportunity for that person to teach you, and maybe they really enjoy teaching. But again, the opportunity to learn new things, to really experience new things, because maybe the thing you need help with is not something that you're ever thought that you would have to do or have to be involved with, or whatever it may be. And then you get to experience it firsthand and see it, or maybe it's something you've always wanted to see done, so you ask for help and then you get to actually view it in real life. So consider that an opportunity to learn new things is so fantastic. Our next one is to reinforce your ability for growth. So you will have really, really, really great growth if you allow yourself to release any holds that your ego or your pride may have that's preventing you from asking for help. You're able to grow and expand your mind and realize that you do not need to do everything you're on your own, and the fact that there are so many people in this world, and even in your general community or group of friends or peers just in general, that know how to do different things. And it's such a blessing and an opportunity for you to have those people in your life that can help you with these things, and they're most likely going to be glad to help you. And so you're able to have that growth mindset of understanding that you don't have to do everything yourself. You're not expected to do everything by yourself, and you're able to grow your mind that way. Also, a growth opportunity to really be vulnerable and to show, just open yourself up and be, vulnerable and open enough to ask someone for help, even if you do feel a little embarrassed or awkward at first, because maybe you're not used to asking people for help because you spent so much time trying to do everything on your own by yourself. I totally get it. I'm definitely one of those people, because I grew up so independent, and I was, I had to do a lot of things on my own for several different reasons. And I also was taught that we need to figure out how to do things on our own first, and try a couple times before you seek help. So I understand the struggle of not wanting to be vulnerable and put yourself out there and ask someone for help, especially if you are looked up to. Maybe you're someone that is like a mentor or a boss or something like that, and it seems very uncertain for you to ask someone that may technically be below your status in a work environment or whatever it may be, for help, or because you feel like you need to have it all together, when really it's okay. You can ask for help. Everyone loves to help everyone. It also shows your real humanness, your authenticity. You're transparent about the things that you don't know, and that it's okay to not know things, and look how far you can get in life without knowing certain things. You're not expected to learn everything. So yeah, so many opportunities for growth with asking for help. Even the ability to become better at communicating with people, meeting new people, and developing relationships with people that maybe you never thought you would before, but needing to ask them for help has given you that opportunity. The next one we're going to talk about is reinforce, that's the one we just talked about. The next one is going to be allowing the other people to show off their talents and the opportunity to give back. So I kind of mentioned this earlier in the week about how if you ask someone to help you, they're going to be more times than not. There's definitely going to be times where there's going to be a no involved, but more times than not, people would love to help you, and they would love to show off their abilities and what they know and their knowledge, and actually help you and demonstrate their ability to and their skill set, and so that is such a benefit to them, because you're allowing them to use the skills that they spent however much time learning. Also, you're giving, and this don't take this the wrong way when I say it, but you're giving them the opportunity to give back. And I think that any opportunity that anyone has to give back, to help people, to assist people is such an amazing opportunity, because, you feel so grateful, and you can feel fulfilled and joyful, and you can just feel so happy that you were able to help someone and give someone the assistance that they needed in their moment of maybe it's trouble, maybe it's just going through rough times, maybe they just didn't know how to do it, and that sounds so egotistical or pompous or something like that, to say oh, I'm giving you an opportunity to give back, but you are. And I wouldn't necessarily say that to the person that's helped me, oh, listen, come help me because I want to give you an opportunity to give back. But you're giving the opportunity without maybe you even realizing it, without them even realizing that they are able to give back and help. And as I mentioned earlier in the week, there is such a deep need of us as humans to have relatedness and community, and to want to help each other. So that is definitely a big one, but also wanting to share their skills with other people. The next one is something I talk about literally every single week for sure, and most episodes of podcasts, minus the top of the show, which I do mention every single time. And I bet after all that buildup, you can guess. Yes, I'm going to talk about gratefulness. A benefit of getting help is that you'll have gratefulness, because can you name any time where someone came to help you, assist you, work with you to do something, get something done that you needed help with, that you didn't quite know how to do, that you didn't feel grateful? So you're naturally going to have that grateful attitude. You're like, oh man, I'm so happy that you came and helped me. You really helped me out of that jam, or you really helped me get this together, or learn how to use this, or whatever the case may be. You're acquiring and you're being benefited with gratefulness because someone came to help you, and you feel so thankful that they did that. The next one, which is the second to last, so you guys, we're almost there, is create deeper relationships and build community. So as I said before, you're reaching out, we have this deep, us as humans have this deep-seated need for relatedness, community, and helping each other. And by asking for help, you can create deeper relationships and friendships, because it could give you an opportunity to really talk about each other's interests and what you're working on, and how they can help you, and how they relate to that, and just becoming closer, because if you continually ask the same people for help, you'll get to know them even better, because you're spending more time together, and then you're building upon that community, and then you can build upon the community in general, because let's say that your peer group, the people that you spend all your time with, if they're newer to you and you continually ask them for help for different things, because everyone has different skill sets, you'll continue to build that community up of people that you will be able to call on if you need help with those specific things, but also deepen the relationship, because you'll get to know each other and figure out if you guys are going to be super close homies or just acquaintances, or people that you do hang out with once in a while. But it's an amazing thing to build that community and deepen those relationships because of the time you're spending together, and how vulnerable and humble you are being by asking them for their assistance, and really trusting in their skills and their ability to be able to help you and lead you in the right direction with whatever it is that you are unsure about or need assistance with. So creating those deeper relationships and community is amazing. Also, last but not least, the benefits of getting help. I know that was a dramatic pause, wasn't it? It was like dun dun dun. The last benefit of getting help is that it builds courage to accept rejection. I wanted to talk about this one at the end, because obviously I've been talking about all week about how More often than not, when you ask for help, someone is going to say yes. And I believe that's true. And based on a lot of the research, that is true. However, there are going to be times where they're going to say no. They're going to be like, no, I can't help you because, and they're going to say it in a nice way where they're like, I can't help you because I am already engaged in this other thing. I'm already helping someone during that time that you're requesting. Or they won't say it nicely and then they'll just totally straight up reject you and be like, sorry, I don't want to help you. Or they won't say sorry and they'll just be like, I don't want to help you. No. And so, and I think that those opportunities are amazing and you're not going to feel amazing in those moments. I know, just being honest, you're just not going to feel amazing. However, when you go back to reflect on it, you will realize that if you continue to go back and ask people for help, despite the possibility of getting rejection, you are continuing to build upon the courage to keep asking and to accept rejection, because rejection is a part of life, as we all know, and something that we need to become more and more comfortable with. And the fact that maybe you will become more comfortable with it doesn't mean that it's going to be a joyful or happy event or pleasing or comfortable. Yes, I did say comfortable, but it won't be this great thing that you look forward to at all whatsoever. But it'll be something that you are more comfortable with, and it's not going to instill any fear in you to continually go out and ask people for help, knowing that more often than not, they will say yes, but there are going to be times where people say no, and it might be in a nice way or it might be in a rude way. You don't know, and it doesn't matter because a no is a no, right? So I think that asking for help really, really, really helps you to develop that strength and that courage that you need to accept rejection, because we all need to find our different ways of accepting it and knowing that that's just what life's about. And the stronger we become, the easier it'll be to move on from those rejections and into acceptances. So, well, everyone, that was a little bit of a shorter episode for you on a Friday. We were not even close to 20 minutes. I mean, we're kind of, we might hit it. I mean, we're at 17 now, but but yeah, I didn't have like a super long list, but I found that those ones were the most important ones, especially the last one. But yeah, so that's it for this episode and this week's topic, talking about getting help, asking for help. Thank you so much for listening to the Real Positive Girl podcast. Again, my name is Sabrina, and I really hope that you enjoyed this episode and this whole week of episodes and this topic. And if you enjoyed the episode, I encourage you to share it with someone else. I appreciate you guys out there sharing the show, talking about the show, and listening and enjoying it. And I encourage you to come visit me over on Instagram, which is at Sabrina Perozzo, and share your thoughts about the show with me. Send me a DM or any feedback, topic, ideas, whatever it is. I would love to hear it. Or if you want to check the description box for the show, it will have all the show notes, including my email address for any questions, comments, concerns, prayer requests, feedback, topic, suggestions, whatever you'd like. So go ahead and hit me up that way. But I hope that you guys have a fantastic Friday. Have a wonderful weekend, and come back next week to listen to some topic that I haven't chosen yet. But until then, have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.